fractures, and what we are going to talk about is what are the injury patterns in pilon fractures, what should be the preoperative planning, surgical approach, and implants in pilon fractures. All of us, we know classification, so without spending much time, AO classification, I just want to ask one question to you people. Mandibular fracture is 44. Particularly upper mayor, just answer this question. Mandibular fracture is 44. 4 is severe. Okay. Why 43 is pilon? Why 43 is pilon? And why 44 is mandibular fracture? Why you people are spending this much of time in 3 and 4? This will answer everything about pilon fracture. What do you think? Why they have not included pilon came into 43 and this thing? You want to make yeah, just to make an announcement, we have one Swift Desire MH12 GK2730. We just want to know the owner because somebody wants to have this access to the place in front of this car. Swift Desire, white Swift Desire. Okay, so just answer this question and this talk is over. Actually, 43. Sorry. Yeah, that's good. So, mandibular fracture, not for the sake of nomenclature, but when we talk from the management point of view, its mechanism of injury, management, everything is different. All of you agree that mandibular fracture, the mechanism of injury, the process they cause, they are different than pilon fracture. Got it? So, AO has taken special efforts to nomenclate the 43 as a pilon fracture, while 44 mandibular fracture, they are different. Once you understand this, because we unknowingly take this decision. Mandibular fracture, bimandibular fracture, I may operate in 2, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 7 days, depending on severity. But pilon fracture, are you comfortable operating day 1, day 2, day 3? Definitely not, because the amount of energy required to produce the pilon fracture is definitely different, isn't it? So the management principles not only they change, but even the mechanism of injury and all basics they change. So it is a basic difference. Pilon fracture is totally different from the bimandibular or trimandibular fracture. And this is the question. This is the answer to why mandibular fractures are different than 43. So AO classification, we know that it is A is extraarticular, B is partially articular, and C is intraarticular. I just want to show you one interesting Chinese publication. Now the literature is flooded with Chinese articles, and look at this 4-column concept of pilon fracture. I liked it because they have divided the distal plafond into 4 by these 2 lines, and so one is anteromedial, anterolateral, posterolateral, posteromedial. So these 4 quadrant classification in pilon fracture by Chinese article, or 3-column also, and 4-column fracture. So the column which is gone, we will fix it, like proximal tibia. Same 3-column concept. Here there is a 3-column concept of a pilon fracture, and we can choose where you need to go and which quadrant to fix. So injury pattern, either it is closed or open, the things will change. Either it is a low energy, rotational also, there may be rotational fractures, it will change your approach, or it is a fresh or late presentation. How to plan? All of us know that not planning is planning to fail, so we should plan. So what we should plan? We should plan to avoid failure. So what are the failures in pilon fractures? We know there are soft tissue complications. Assessing or achieving the reduction, articular reduction, is a problem in pilon fracture. And infection. Of course, infection is a major thing because of the soft tissue. So how to address these things and how to do the preoperative planning? So assess the soft tissues and evaluate the fracture as well. What should be the timing of fixation? What should be the approach, and what are the implants? Let us consider these 4 points and I will stop. Soft tissues and soft tissues. Pilon fracture is everything about soft tissues. What is not seen on X-ray is soft tissues, but that is most important. They dictate the time of surgery. They dictate the nature of intervention. So look at this X-ray now. Again, I am operating in periphery, and Vijay Kamble sir, now look at this X-ray and tell me how will you proceed? How will you proceed? It is for our just general knowledge. This is a ankle fracture X-ray, plain X-ray. And how do you proceed? You tell me. Will you like to go for plating, nailing? What kind of? Fantastic. Got it. So he is looking at the thing which is not shown on X-ray, soft tissues. Fantastic. Now soft tissues are good. Do you want to evaluate it further? Fracture evaluation. Fantastic. Look at the CT scan, why it is needed. If you don't do CT scan in these cases, then probably you will not see the fracture line by any means. You think of any approach, anterior approach, medial approach, lateral approach. This fracture would not have been visualized by any approach unless you do the CT scan. So you have to imagine the fracture, and this will also give you the trajectory from where your screws should go. Isn't it? So after the soft tissues, the fracture evaluation also needs to be done. And look at the odd way of fixation. We have to pass the screws in this manner because these screws were fixing both of these fracture lines. So this is the odd orientation of screws, but that was dictated by the CT scan. So that is how you evaluate the soft tissue and the fracture itself. Timing, again, you know that it is dictated by the soft tissues. This is a high energy injury, and he had a fall from bike. We did soft tissue. Soft tissues were taken care by external fixator, and then CT scan was done. So spanning, scanning, and then planning. First span. So CT scan is advised after reduction, not before reduction. First span. So immediately after trauma, you can go for spanning fixator, then do the CT scan, because CT scan in reduced position is more informative rather than CT scan in deformed position or displaced position. So first span, then scan, and then plan. It's important. Look at this now. Then we planned, and this was the fixation, and we got a good result. Now, I will again ask, what should be the timing of surgery? 50 years female, history of fall from chair. What should be the timing of surgery? This 50-year lady comes to you who has a fall from chair only. So I know that this is a low energy injury. She has a fall from chair, and she is a 50-year lady. Good. And again, soft tissue is an issue because look at this chaput fragment. Chaput fragment is just entered to the fibula. It is displaced quite significantly. Again, like that calcaneal posterior tuberosity avulsion, you are worried about the soft tissue necrosis here. So again, timing is dictated by soft tissues. If you sleep on this displaced chaput fragment, you lose the skin there. Okay? So again, timing is dictated not by the fracture geometry but by the soft tissue. Very well said, sir. So this was the CT scan done, and we had to go in immediately to reduce that fragment and fix it. And this is the follow-up. You may have to stage. In a single stage, if you do, typical steps are reconstruction of fibula, reconstruction of fibula articular surface, bone grafting if it is necessary, and then implant which is going to buttress. Don't expect implant to do everything for you. Look at this particular case. Again, a difficult Pilon fracture where both combination on both sides, fibula as well as tibia. We used fibula as a reduction tool, but while using it, even fibula was comminuted. So what we did, we passed first screw here, and then fix a plate in the distal part, and then use laminar spreader as a reduction tool because fibula was comminuted so much. So even achieving fibula reduction was difficult. So got the point. What we did was first pass this screw up here, then plate was fixed at distal end only, and then use this as a post and use laminar spreader to get the reduction and length of the fibula. So this helped us to get the reduction in fibula, and we did not detect the fracture combination at all. So this is how reconstruction of fibula will help you to get the reduction of tibia as well. There should not be hard and fast rule. First fibula, then tibia, or first tibia, then fibula. It is like radiation line. The simplest fracture should be addressed first. Here both were comminuted. So achieving length of fibula was desired, and this is how we achieved the length of fibula. And look at this first exercise. Immediately after fibula reduction, the tibia falls into place. And this is how we fix the fibula by MIPO, and then we got the good reduction and good healing. Multiple stages, this was in single stage. Multiple stages when it is compound bad fracture, this was a compound fracture, and everything was smashed. Again, soft tissue coverage, early soft tissue coverage was important, then fixator, and then the second stage when on everything healed, we went on with the anterolateral plate, and this is a long 8 years follow-up. So either single stage or multi-stage. So message is open fractures, you have to cover the soft tissues early, and body procedures may be done in multiple stages. Now reduction technique, what kind of reduction should be done? Always keep in mind one sentence. The footprints of your instruments on tibia should be minimum. Like femur and tibia, if you keep on holding with bone holding instruments for reduction, footprints are too much. You cannot afford to have footprints of your instruments on distal tibia or pilon. So, like you saw that you reduce the fibula, you achieve the reduction in tibia. Similarly, find out ways to have minimum footprints on the bone of your instrument. Like this was a distal tibia fracture. Fibula was reduced to achieve the reduction, and then remaining thing was just achieved with the joint seeking. So minimum intervention to get the reduction. Don't try to use the bone holding forceps, or the beautiful professor, he has got beautiful pointed reduction forceps of Synthesis. They are beautiful reduction tools. So this is how we got the reduction. Approaches will be, they are the soft tissue windows which will allow you to go in, but approaches should be periosteal salvaging, and approaches will be dictated by again soft tissues or implants which you are going to use. One important tip, don't get committed by the approach. Suppose pilon fracture comes to me day 1, and day 1 I fix it with the fibula fracture and then span with the external fixator, thinking that I will do something else later. But if you are committed with your approach, lateral approach with the fibula, and then you think that, oh, I should have taken posterolateral approach. Is it possible then? So day 1, don't get committed with approach till you assess the soft tissues, till you assess the fracture geometry. Don't get committed. If you want to fix fibula, maybe pass a rush nail, minimally invasive, day 1, because till that time you have not evaluated the fracture. Got my point? That day 1, don't get committed with the approach. You should assess the fracture, see what kind of approach I am going to take. If at all you want to fix, what I will say is then posterolateral is good. Because suppose, I give you example, I have committed with the lateral approach of fibula, and then I think that probably tibia I will fix with anterolateral plate. Now you imagine, after 10 days, lateral approach is there, and then anterolateral approach for the distal plate is just at the chaput fragment. That means just entry to the fibula. Is it possible? No. So don't get committed day 1 for the approach. Then you can use just fibula nail like this and then convert it into a definitive fixation. Anterolateral approach. What I want to impress is, if at all you are taking this approach, always remember that you can take this much approach safely. But if you come up, all muscles from the lateral part, they course and they pass obliquely. So this much approach is safe. Then take a window and take this approach. No need to open this part. Okay? And you will have only this much of window for anterolateral plate. This much is not accessible. So then you will need to have a longer plate, because those muscles, they will cross obliquely, and anterolateral approach classically should be a window here and a window here. Don't unnecessarily open this because you will not see the fracture there. So ideally, this is how we should do distal part, and then proximally just slide. Don't open the middle part. Single posterolateral approach, take the incision at the posterolateral part and then go on either side of the peroneus. Anterior to the peroneus, posterior to the peroneus, and posterior to the peroneus and just in front of FHL. This is how you should expose the posterior part. And this is the particular picture of posterior malleolus. We are going through the single approach, posterolateral approach. Just take care of the sural nerve, and it is just enough approach. Even you can apply distal radius buttress plate. Another case where we went posterolateral approach. She is a lady. She had a fall from bridge. She fell from Mundwa bridge. It is almost 15 feet height. So she fell down and she had such a pilon fracture. Stage approach, first external fixator, then went ahead with this kind of fixation. Again, a low profile plate, and she has a good range of movement, and she has almost more than 6 to 8 years of follow-up. Implant for fixation, plate or nail for fibula. You can use whatever you want, but in a comminuted fracture, fibula nail is not a good option because you lose the length, and this loss of length will reflect into what is called as central arc of the ankle. See this is broken. This has gone up. So nailers will nail, platers will plate, and fractures will unite, but biomechanics are different. So choose cleverly. In such a comminuted fracture, nail was not a good choice priorly. So fracture healing is not important, biomechanics are important, as Dr. Rand said. So always keep it in mind, something like Schenter's arc, and this is broken here. See, this is a normal Schenter's arc. Plate for fibula. If it is under-countered, this is not my picture. Again, under-countered plate of fibula is not a good option. See this, middle opening persists. So whatever anatomical plates they have come, or the counter plates, I don't love them because I want under-countered plate. That gives very good reduction. See this, the fibula tip is at the lateral process of talus, and look at this, under-countered plate, you have already lost the length here. While it is under-countered, you have lost the length, and then this is not at the lateral process of talus is here, it is already up, and look at the middle widening. So this particular under-countered plate or anatomical plate we worry about. Distal fibula implants, you can have medial plate, you can have your low profile plates or anterolateral plates as well. So to conclude, timing of intervention should be considered depending on the soft tissues. Approach should be considered depending on the fracture geometry and soft tissues. Look at the soft tissue corridors, and implant should be selected wisely. Thank you so much.